everyone. It's Gina Spagnola, President and CEO of the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce. And we are so excited today to be back at GISD with our new show, Leading Galveston Forward. I'm so honored. I could not have done the first show without you, my friend, Dr. Matthew Neighbors. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I love
the new
title.
Studio. Do you love the title?
I do. The Galveston Chamber of Commerce does lead our city forward, so
and so
congratulations.
do our school district. I mean, it sounds good, and we're so grateful to Mr. Dudas and Emery, who is our director of this show, behind the camera today. So thank you all so much. Thank you for allowing the chamber to come back and to do this and to bring our community over here to tell their story. The thing I love about it most is they begin to walk the halls and they begin to meet the students and spend time over here. And I love that. I love it so much. Hey, I've got questions for you, Mr.
Exciting times.
I got
Galveston.
some questions for you. And congratulations. The new school is just magnificent. And it's your leadership that got us there.
Well,
so,
thank you.
Well done. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
We've got some
Fire
questions.
away.
Everybody's sending questions for Dr. Neighbors. All right. As a chamber, we're especially interested, as you know, in the business impact the school district has on our community. Tell me about the latest construction news, the developments, the timelines, and our future plans.
Sure. So as you mentioned, we just opened Ball High North. So excited to be able to do that and had a fantastic community celebration. Had
so good.
members of the class of 1954, which is the year that the current building opened, were there on hand, and it was just a fabulous celebration. The Ball North building, if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, has all of the classroom spaces. It has the library, all of our career and technical education,
Yes.
our welding booths, our auto shop, our engineering labs, robotics, all of that, including the cafeteria and library, are all in the Ball North building. So it's all of our academic spaces.
Yeah.
And so we felt that it was important to open that part of the building first, get kids into that space and learning. However, I'm sure if you've driven down Avenue O lately,
I have.
you know that there's a lot of dust and debris.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's emotional for some people too, but exciting too.
We have Ball South is currently being demolished. About 2/3 of it is being demolished so that we can build a new competition gym and a new aquatic center. So those will rise up, and then we will be remodeling the auditorium space,
Right.
all of the choir, band, fine arts, dance, cheer, all of that will be remodeled and redone. And so our fine arts and athletics will all be on the south side of the street. It'll be connected in the end by a sky bridge. And so our goal is that the demolition finishes this summer, summer of 26. And the right now the timeline says that we will be in the new building completely January of 2028. So about another 18 months or so, and we will be ready to open Ball South.
That's so exciting. The grand opening, we had hundreds of people here. And when you talked about, it was 1954? Is that what you said?
1954.
The speech that the graduate gave, I looked back. I was taking pictures of everybody had tears in their eyes. I mean, it was motivating. It was so good. Well done. I know you put that lineup together.
And then we coordinated the tours of the building with the Rotary Chili Dinner, which has been a community-wide event for a long time. And so that brought in,
2,000, they said.
yes, thousands of people. And it was a great opportunity to showcase the school. And I was so glad that everyone gets to see it and be proud of it, because it really is a community-wide effort.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Are the bricks still for sale?
We had commemorative bricks for sale by the
Yes.
Galveston Education Foundation that were put in on the Ball North side. We will be doing a similar campaign for Ball South,
Okay.
so look for more to come.
All right, good. We'll get back with y'all on that. Okay. Second question that everyone wants to know. I needed the bigger font. He's got the big font. Tell me about the economic impact assessment the district recently completed with the GEDP.
Yeah, so this is a first for us, and I think one of the few school districts in the state of Texas that has undergone an economic impact study. We wanted to know, especially in this season where we are in construction and have a lot of bond dollars flowing through the economy, what is our school district's impact on the local economy? And so I would just have to thank Josh Owens and Bryson Bassett at the Galveston Economic Development Partnership.
Yes.
They ran a study for us, which included
good.
going through our finances. They did some surveys of staff. It took several months to complete, but what an exciting opportunity to tell our story and to share with the community the impact that we were having. So I wrote some of these numbers down because I didn't want to be misquote.
Yeah, no, good.
Our budget is around $100 million a year. Sadly, we send about $30 million of that back to the state every year in recapture, but that means we keep about $70 million, and about $60 million of that is salaries. So when you take our net salaries, we're at around $50 to $53 million in net salaries. 67% of our employees live within GISD boundaries, and 75% of their spending stays on the island. So we were really excited about that, which
Yes.
means that they estimated between $40 and $45 million in direct spending stays here on the island,
So good.
just from our salaries. So that's really exciting. And every dollar then multiplies through the economy. So they said that we potentially are contributing about $400,000 to the sales tax revenue of the city, and
Very
that
good.
we have about 1,000 employees, and that indirectly we're probably supporting about another 1,000 jobs within the community. So that's
significant.
important. Yeah, that's important. And 87% of all of our spending so far has been in the Galveston-Houston region, with $167 million of our bond funds right now having been spent in Galveston County since 2022.
That's good. Where do we have this information? We need this out.
Yeah, so the GEDP has posted it on their website.
Okay,
They've
good.
published it, and we will be marketing it more in the days
We need
ahead.
to put it on
This
the
is hot off
chambers
the
too.
presses.
Yeah, see, you're hearing it firsthand here. Leading Galveston forward.
That's right. And
Yes.
we currently have a 96% graduation rate and 850 students involved in dual credit. So not only the current economic impact, which all told, and I know we're in a bond season, but all told, our economic impact on the city right now is estimated at about $99 million annually.
That story has to be told.
That is great news.
Yeah.
But I also like to mention the student statistics about the graduation rate and the dual credit hours, because those are young people who are going to be earning more in the course of their lifetimes because of their educational opportunities. And we know that a lot of those students do come back and live and work in the community and invest in our city. And so it's exciting to be able to have that impact today, but also know that we're building for an impact in the future.
A lot of our graduates, they graduate with an associate's degree. I mean, I don't know the percentage of that, but I know many of them do.
Yeah, we had 53
Yeah.
students last year who
Okay.
graduated with an associate's degree. And I think you prompted me that we were going to be talking about preparing for
Yes.
students in the shipbuilding industry.
Yeah, go ahead
if-
and talk about
If you
that.
saw the
I wanna
Daily
talk about
News
that.
just yesterday, we had 120 students who signed. It was their signing day, and they signed to get into the dual credit welding program at GC. And that program is directly designed to funnel students into the industries that are going to be needed by the marine industry in
Yes.
particular, the blue economy, and especially with Navy coming in and needing more ship builders and pipe fitters and welders. So trying to get students into those careers that are very high paying right out of
Yes, they
junior
are.
college. And so it was an exciting day to see that many students involved and excited, and I love what the college is doing to sort of build that excitement.
Yeah. And a lot of that, we're very excited. A lot of that, we have those discussions at the Chamber of Commerce. That's a lot of the things that we do is that workforce. You're the chair of education committee, but that's one of the things I think the strength of the chamber is gathering, those people together and having those discussions. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, that's hearing about Davie Shipbuilding for the first time, talk about that a little bit and how significant that is, and the icebreakers and all of that. I mean, it's just huge for not only Galveston, our entire region and the state of Texas.
Yeah, so I mean they've been working with Gulf Copper, and I know that right now we have internships through Galveston College,
Yes.
one or two a year, but about 10 to 12 students at a time. And so getting that started slowly, but eventually we're going to need hundreds. And so the goal is to get these students their basic education at Ball High, then get the more advanced welding skills at Galveston College,
Right.
and then get on-the-job training in these internships and be ready to be immediately employed. So it really is a progression. It's figure out the basics, see if
It
you
is.
like this, and then if you do, we have the technology, we have the instructors, we have the facilities now that students can really see what this is going to look like in a career, and they're able to use industry standard equipment. And then as they progress and they continue to succeed, just funneling them right into the local economy, which is important.
Right, and we'll have about 1,200 jobs, I think, here in Galveston, and then some over in Port Arthur.
Yeah.
So 90 something or something like that. So total of about 3,000. So that's significant. So good for our kids
Yeah.
too.
We can't
to
wait, and
get in
we'll
there.
have the schools ready for them when they arrive.
I know, isn't it good? And it is a regional. It is a regional thing to get the workforce ready and do it. We can't do it alone. So, well, that's exciting. I'm
Very.
looking forward to that. Yeah, very, very good for the state of Texas, really. Um, we talked about the shipbuilding. How is Galveston ISD supporting UTMB in meeting the demand of the healthcare
Yeah. So
workplace?
again, it's never just one partnership. We do partner directly with UTMB in a variety of ways. We actually had a meeting last year where they came in and we just tried to wrap our minds around all of the different partnerships and different avenues where UTMB students were getting experience with our students and getting clinical experience, and then also how were we funneling more students into their needed jobs. And so again, working with Galveston College, we are trying to get those students their certifications and things that they can go right into UTMB and be employed. We met with UTMB, found out the jobs that they were short in, things that they needed, and a lot of these are, again, very well-paying jobs. UTMB, along with Texas, pays into TRS. It's a great retirement system. It's just a very sound place to work, a great organization. And so we are excited with our own health science center and careers funneling into that program. And if you've heard Mark Weiss or Bruce Leipzig or Polly Guido lately, you know that they
Yes.
are helping raise almost
Yes.
$2 million for advanced science labs and equipment in the Newball High so that we can continue to be at the cutting edge. We've always had a T-STEM program or a biomed program that's been just highly regarded. And so as we moved into this new facility, we wanted to continue to get some of that upper level equipment so that our students, again, have an advantage and can go into these programs that get them into UTMB as quickly as possible. And, you know, Johnny Smeka, one of our board of trustee members,
Yes.
always says, when you go to UTMB and you're being seen, ask every person you interact with, are any of you from Galveston? And he said, you'll be surprised. Half of them will say yes. So it's
Yes.
good to know that we are building our own and growing our own and helping them get really, really great careers here on the island. And UTMB is a fantastic employer, and we're happy to support that.
How fortunate is our region? I'm looking over Mr. Dudas too in this room. How fortunate are we? Was there a day when you started? I mean, you were my daughter's favorite teacher. She said, "Hey," I told her what we were doing. But did you ever think? Did you always know we'd get to this? I mean, I know a big part of it is your leadership and vision. But did you ever think? I mean, there is nothing. Our kids that go to school here, if they want to do it, if they want to make it really in just about any field here, the opportunity is there. The community is there. You were talking about these great citizens of ours that will raise this money. They'll raise millions. Your board members, your chambers, you've got the GEDP doing these things for you. And I mean, there's just nothing. If a kid wants to do it, if a student wants to succeed, they have everything they need.
I just think
Did you see it coming?
Yeah, I think as a city, I hearken back to the history of this community and the fact
Yeah.
that you have a Galveston College, a University of Texas Medical Branch, a Texas A&M Galveston. The fact that the city leaders for hundreds of years have invested in higher education and have known that that's important, and it's
Yes.
something that has been wanted here in this community. And so I
Yes.
think when the bond passed in 2022, after there had been some failed bonds, voted on, in the past couple of decades,
Yes.
to me that was a huge moment because
Yeah.
it says, as a city, we are still invested in this. We still realize the importance of education, and we want our kids to have
Yes.
every advantage and to be able to go to school here and have every opportunity and not have to leave the island if they don't want to.
Yeah.
And if you do leave the island, come back.
You can come back, and there's jobs waiting for them. And so I love it. I'm so excited, and you have helped us so much with Lemonade Day, just that little program, but being able for the chamber and for you and for this community to support these little entrepreneurs all over the region. I mean, we'll have over 800 this year before COVID. 1,200, but to see their little minds in there and some of the, just working. And some of these kids that really, at the beginning, when we meet them, sometimes don't even have a dream. And a lot of them in circumstances that they feel like that they could never be something. They could never be in the shipbuilding or be a doctor or a nurse. And sparking those little dreams from the time they're 5 here.
So on Saturday,
Yes.
you at Chalmers Hardware,
Thank you for coming by.
You had the
Yes.
some people helping build lemonade stands, and then you had a huge
Yes.
tasting competition
Yes.
for the Lemonade Day. But earlier that day, we were in the community, and we had stopped by one of the places where we were volunteering, and told them that I was headed to the
Yeah.
Lemonade Day. And one of the employees at the organization said, "Oh, I did Lemonade Day when I was a kid," and they were just so excited. I didn't know that was still going on. It was a really cool moment.
I'll see them. I go at Guido's, somewhere, and they'll go, "You're the Lemonade Day lady," or whatever. But sparking that. But again, just if someone wants to succeed here, they have the tools and the resources and the support to just really do anything. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, I used to. One of my jobs when I was at Ball High was to welcome new families to the community.
Yes.
And so getting to explain to them all the advantages of the island was really a thrill for me because there was no reason why their child shouldn't be able to finish an associate's degree without any college debt.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah,
Will you just
the
quickly?
Universal Access Fund at
Yes.
Galveston College, along with the new FAST program,
Yeah.
which will help pay tuition. Every student who graduates from an island high school, not just Ball High, but any island high school, can attend Galveston College, and there's enough funding to get about 2 years of college paid for. And that is a huge, huge advantage to think that you can live at home, have your tuition paid for, and possibly graduate the first 2 years of college debt-free. And I used to tell families, the other part about that is that a young person can get a job in Galveston.
Yes.
You can't say that everywhere. You go to Detroit, you go to
That's right.
Los Angeles, you go to other cities, and there isn't work for young people. But here in Galveston Island, because of our tourist economy and because of our even because of
Yes.
the hospital and other things and
Yeah.
the cruise industry, students can get weekend jobs, they can get summer jobs. So you have a potential to graduate with 2 years of college, not just debt-free, but to have a little bit of savings, maybe have paid for a car. Like that is not just a dream, that is a reality
It's a
for
reality,
students here
yeah.
on the island. And so for families and for students, it is just a huge boost. And it's exciting to be a part of that you can help empower students and their families in that way.
I know. Yeah, I can't imagine growing up and having those opportunities. We didn't have them, so it makes me so excited.
You don't have to walk uphill into the snowstorm.
Barefoot.
That's right.
Barefoot. I love it so much. All right, last question. You've done really well. This is a great first show.
You're just throwing me softballs. You're doing great.
I've got some I'm gonna sneak in. Why is it important that the local public school district have a seat at the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce?
Sure. Well, I mean, we mentioned the economic
Yeah.
impact a little bit,
Yeah.
earlier, and just, and that is a real thing. I know that people ache a little bit when they have to pay their taxes every year and realize that the public schools are an investment, right, from the whole community. And so I think it's important to know that we are giving back. We are giving back by training this next generation of
Yes.
workers and trying to fill local jobs now, in addition to building students' future legacies that will impact generations to come. So, I tell my own story. I had 4 grandparents. Only one of them went to college, and he only did so because of the GI Bill. And then after that, there were 3 of the next 8, my aunts and uncles, went to college. And now, I'm one of 22 cousins on both sides of my family, and there's maybe 17 or 18 out of the 22 who've been to college. So it starts to catapult through the generations, and it starts to
Yeah.
really make a huge impact. And that's what we are trying to do here in Galveston, is to do that for these families and to try to change trajectories. And so the Chamber of Commerce is really about supporting the business community in this
Yes.
town. And so you need workforce,
Right.
you need people who are trained, you need someone who is helping funnel people into those needed professions. And then just practically, we are hiring these people. We are hiring plumbers and welders and electricians and painters, and we are hiring teachers and educators, and we are
Yes.
hiring accountants in our business office. And so we are funneling a lot of money into the economy through this construction, which, if we're fortunate enough to build the new Central Middle School, which is the long-range plan,
Yes.
we potentially are going to be in construction until about 2032. So you're talking about a 10-year period here of really a lot of growth for the school district, which again is pouring $99 million back into the local economy on an annual basis, potentially for this 10 years. And so a chance to really transform the schools, prepare us for future employers who may be
Yes.
coming into the community, and at the same time really impact the economy both now and into the future. So I think that we are a natural fit.
Yes.
Again, the city population is around 55,000 people, and they say, the demographers say, that about 8,000 of them are age 18 and younger. So we're serving a huge part of the population. Again, 67% of our employees live on the island, and we're the 3rd largest employer on the island. So we're a big part of not just the educational community, but the business community on the island, and we want to support the business community. So we are there because we want to support.
Yeah.
We want to know the trends that are happening so that we can continue to evolve and make sure that we are relevant.
And I love that. I love how that goes both ways too. And I see the business community stepping up in anything that you need. If you're at the table and you have a need, somebody's gonna come up. Howie Bentley's gonna do so. There's gonna be a vehicle involved. But I love that, and I think it's so important. And I think back at our history, you were talking about that too. And people watching, if you don't think that it matters to be around the table, I see it all the time. Just people, no competition. I see when I just sat around the room when we were at Galveston College the other day and watching you and going around that room and just everybody interacting and kind of figuring out, hey, what do you need? No competition, just how do we build each other up? How do we lead Galveston forward? What's missing? Who's doing this? And I'm so grateful to be a part of that. And that's how the Education Committee started, was where are the holes? Who's doing what and how can we work together without competition? I love it. But that's one of the things in our history is how Texas A&M at Galveston got started. It was at a board meeting around the table. Somebody said, why don't we have a maritime academy? It seems so easy. We were here on an island, and that's how it got started. So thank you so much for all you do. Thank you, Mr. Dudas, who's watching along. And we are so grateful for the opportunity to sit in this chair and tell stories of our community and all the good things that are happening. So thank you for giving the nod for us to continue this podcast. And thank you all for listening. Any final thoughts?
Just, again, excited to be a part of the network, to be a part of the community of Galveston. A lot of people say it takes a village to raise a child. Here we use the phrase, it takes an island. And we realize that it is a lot of people pouring into our students and their families who help make them successful. It's not just us. And so we are very grateful to be a part of the city of Galveston, thankful to be a part of the chamber, and thank you, Gina, for this opportunity to come and share with you what's going on in Galveston ISD.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching, and please share. Bye. Until next time.